Okay, I'm gonna turn this on and see if it works. I'm currently uploading the vlog. It says it's processing now, which should mean that I can stream, because that's all on YouTube's end. But if something breaks, then it's because I did it wrong. Hi guys. I had not picked out a specific activity for today yet, but there's like a bunch of miscellaneous stuff I want to catch up on, and it's been a while since we've had like a real variety stream, so I figure I'll probably start with well, I think I just clicked log into my Mage, so I'm probably gonna start by checking out my auctions, but there's an invasion up, there's always world quest to do, and there's pet battle PvP. We haven't done a pet battle PvP stream in a while, so I wouldn't mind queuing some more of that. Oh, time walking, it's time walking right now, we gotta do time walking. Y'all said Greco, you are in fact first. Hello, Norma. Ellipse, thank you for the 2, I suppose that's euro. Are those euro? Thank you for the 2 euro. Love the shirt. Right? I wore this in the vlog, the one that's like still processing, and I completely forgot to say anything about it, but I talked about the canvases, so I figured it goes without saying. But when I made my second Blizzard Gear Store order, it's a $7 shirt. $7 shirt. You can't turn down a $7 Blizzard shirt. And they had it in my size. A lot of the other shirts that I liked, they had sold out of the women's mediums. So I jumped right on this. And it's a Hearthstone, it's a cupcake. And it's the little like icing splatters on it are more raised than you would think. Which for whatever reason just makes it extra cute. But yeah, I love the shirt. Also, it's longer than some of them. Like my Diva shirt only hits like mid-hip on me, and this one goes to like right down my hips. Like it's not a tunic, it's not going to cover my whole butt. But as a very lengthy person, I really appreciate it when my shirts are long enough, because I hate it when it like rides up and I have that awkward like band of bare skin between my pants and my shirt. Like that doesn't look good on anybody. Yep, sup Silver Love and Moa. Very cool shirt, thank you. Hello the Goonies, happy Friday Hazel and everyone. Happy Friday to you guys too. I watched your 2 pet strats and I've leveled about 40 pets in the last 2 months, so thanks for those, no problem. I'm so glad to hear people actually leveling pets with that. Sometimes people ask me how I level my pets, and I'm like, well, I do the 2 pet things. And they're like, yeah, but how do you really level your pets? And I'm like, I swear, you just do it with your dailies. It doesn't need to take any extra time. So I'm just doing a quick cancel scan here. I've been selling more stuff than usual lately because ever since I tried at the Trial of Style, I've been like, man, I should try and 100% more like dungeons. So I've been going through. I'm nowhere close, obviously, because how could you be? But I've been going through different dungeons and trying, like I got all the stockade appearances. I think we did that on stream. I only need 1 more from the Wailing Caverns. I have almost all of them from Oldemon. Those are just trash, so I'm probably actually gonna untrack those because I don't think they count. I'm not gonna farm for trash drops. But I've been doing that, and as you run old dungeons for transmog, you will find green gear, and I sell all of it. So I have like a bunch of stuff here, and I'm gonna do a quick cancel scan just to cancel things that I've been undercut on and then repost them before I get into regular stuff. I think I'm going to hit up an invasion. There's an invasion up that I haven't done yet, so I'm going to do that. And then I was feeling some pet battle PvP, but there's also time walking. So we could put together a time walking group, knock out 5 time walking dungeons for the event thing, and then pet battle PvP. That sounds like a plan. Happy Friday, Hazel. Hi, Adam. Hey, Hazel, what happened to World Quest Group Finder? So let me hydrate up for this. Basically, they dropped this bomb on the live Q&A yesterday. You might have experienced, in the last, since 7.2 basically, every now and then, in the Broken Shore or in an invasion, you wind up stuck on a server shard that's just crashing. Like, you don't have any MS, your MS looks fine, but there's like a 10 to 20 second delay in everything you do. It's basically unplayable. It's very hard to get off that shard, and it's just awful. And they apparently, they mentioned this in the Q&A, they figured out that the reason that was happening was because add-ons, like World Quest Group Finder, so basically World Quest Group Finder, that people are using to quickly join groups in other people's realms to do these quests, because of the way it works, and the way, like, one group will stay up for a long time, and, like, maybe you start a group and you finish it, but somebody else is still the leader of that group, so that group keeps going forever, basically, until somebody decides to delist it. Because of that, and because of there was a bug where people were not returning to their original server after they left a group, they were staying on the server they went to, World Quest Group Finder was basically funneling players onto specific instances of the zone. because, you know, you would join the group and you would do your quest. You would leave the group, but you would still be there, and that group would still be up pulling people in. So it would funnel huge amounts of players onto that shard, and it would eventually crash the shard. And then you would end up with that situation where everything's really laggy and you can't get off, and it just sucks. So that's what was happening. The solution that Blizzard had was, okay, we're going to implement some add-on restrictions to add-ons that use the group finder and add more hardware confirmations. So after an update, World Quest Group Finder users would need to click a bunch more times to both search for a group, accept an invite. It wouldn't be able to auto do those things for you anymore, so it would just require, I think, 5 clicks instead of 2. So it's basically just adding extra clicks to it. That doesn't really fix the problem, but what it does is it makes it inconvenient enough, I guess, that they're hoping people won't do it as much to stop crashing the thing. And what actually happened was the World Quest Group Finder add-on maker was like, I'm done. I'm just done. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm not updating this. With this, his opinion is that with the update, even if he does patch it, World Quest Group Finder at that point is no longer any more convenient than default Group Finder, because they have added some World Quest Group Finder-like functions to the WoW Group Finder that's in right now. And he thinks that it's not going to be any better than that. There's no point. He's just done. Thanks for all the fish, but he's out. And it's his project. He does it for free. Totally within his right to do that. So yeah, it's not going to get updated. The add-on's not going to work. You're out of luck. You're out of luck. You're out of luck with World Quest Group Finder. I was a little bummed out, but it doesn't take that much longer to get into a group for World Quest you would like to do in a group, and you no longer really have that risk of, if I get into this group, am I going to end up on a server that is going to crash my game? Hello. I'm going to catch up on chat a little bit. What's up, Aileen and Sun? Once the semester is over, we'll be able to play again. Oh, that's exciting, Silver Love. You don't really use it? You're terrible at it? Well, it's okay. It's gone now. You don't have to worry about it. The add-on's been taken down. Minar's is transmog. Yeah, Minar's Wardrobe Helper is the transmog. Francesca, another streamer, goes live as another goes to bed. I'm never going to sleep, but I get to watch the VoD before breakfast while I study. Happy stream. See you later. You're now unhealthily obsessed with transmog farming, right? So yesterday was Thursday, and I had a dentist appointment in the morning. And I have remarkably bad periodontal disease for somebody who's only 24. There was a period of my life, like my teeth, I have nice teeth. I had orthodontics. I have great dental hygiene, but there was a period of my life after I graduated high school, but before I moved down here and ended up on my husband's dental insurance. It's probably like 5 years. There's 5 years of my life when I still brush and floss my teeth, but I didn't go to the dentist. I did not get a dental cleaning for 5 years. And when I finally went to the dentist, they're like, you have gum disease. It is not just gingivitis. You have gum disease. You need help. And ever since, whenever I go to the dentist, getting my teeth cleaned, like they do a pretty deep periodontal cleaning. And it's kind of like they're torturing me for information. So whenever I have a dentist appointment, we go first thing in the morning. And I usually get enough work done or get my work to a point where I can either take a half day off for the dentist, even though it's only an hour-long appointment, so I can recover from the trauma of being stabbed in the mouth for an hour, or I'll just take the whole day off. So yesterday I went in the morning. It actually wasn't that bad. I've been cleaning excessively like a crazy person, and I have seen some improvement in my mouth, which is good. Moral of the story is floss your teeth, kids, please. Floss your teeth and go to the dentist. But it wasn't that bad, but I had already taken some time off. And my husband had the day off as well because he had taken the day off to take me to the dentist. And basically I decided I just wanted to take the day off. So I was like hanging out at home, just hanging out, drinking some water, drinking some tea. I took a long nap. And I was like, I just want to play some WoW. I just want to play some WoW and do the stuff that you don't normally get to do because I was kind of waiting for the Mage Tower to go up before I did any of the old raids or the Mythic Plus World Tour. So there wasn't like a whole lot to do in WoW until that's up. And it's still not quite up, I don't think. I was like, okay, so I've got like some time to just chill in WoW. What do I want to do if I have no obligations and I just want to play WoW for an afternoon? And turns out the thing I want to do is run a lot of raids and dungeons for transmog. And it's really, really, really addicting with that add-on because you can be like, okay, I only need 2 more appearances for this dungeon. I'm just going to reset this dungeon until I get them, and then I'll have 100% of this dungeon. You can move on. And you get to thinking that you're going to be able to complete your transmog collection. You're not going to complete your Who is going to complete their transmog collection? There are a million billion things to collect in this game. I guess somebody's done it, but you would need that to be the thing you do in WoW. You would need to play a lot of WoW, and that is the thing you do in WoW. So It's a little bit addicting, but I do really like that add-on for collecting, and it's a fun thing to do when you're just like chilling out. You just want to run through some instances with some bear tartar. I really do like that. Dental work sounds brutal. Yeah, just floss. Everybody floss. I went today to the dentist. I loved your baking vlog. Oh, thanks. What add-on? What add-on is that? Oh, Menar's Wardrobe Helper. This is the name. I don't know why they capitalize it like that, but I'm sure you can just type it like a normal person and find it. So basically, you click refresh, and that does a quick refresh. You have to do that. And actually, I'm going to go in the settings here too, just to show you the normal version of it. But basically, I can see here, I've collected 62% of vanilla appearances. If I'm looking at Nomergon, I have collected 5 out of the 7 available appearances for me out of Nomergon. One of them that I need is I have not collected the Spider Tank Oil Rag, and then of course you can see what it looks like here. It's nothing. And then I have not collected Mech Builders Overalls. That's a trash drop. I'm actually gonna I think it's Alt left click to untrack that, because trying to farm trash drops will drive you crazy, and they're very expensive to buy. But I can now see I have one more thing I need from Nomergon, so I could go run Nomergon and reset it until I get that to drop, and then I would like move on. Same thing for raids. This little red clock means that you have done that raid this week. That means you're locked out. So you can see that I did Blackwing Lair, I did Molten Core, I did AQ, I also did Sunwell and the Eye. And you can see, like, for example, from the Eye, I still need a cloak from Kael'thas, 2 pairs of pants from that, and like you can see what you need. I don't think it tracks tier from tokens. That's still on you. But that you can pretty well track through the sets feature, so if you do any transmog farming, you gotta get that add-on. So, as far as catching up, I'm gonna go turn in my Warden's Emissary, because I completely forgot, and maybe we'll get a Legendary. I'm starting to be due for one. I'm on a schedule of, I think, getting one approximately every 2 weeks. I found that I get a Legendary about every 2 weeks if I do normal Heroic Emerald Nightmare, normal Heroic Trial of Valor, normal Heroic Nighthold, all of the Mythic Zero dungeons, all of my Emissaries, turning in as many war supplies as I can get, within a week from the dailies. And then the other thing I do is usually a couple of Mythic Plus. I don't spam them all day anymore, but I'll do probably like 5 to 10 Mythic Plus dungeons in a week. And I find when I do all of that, I get a Legendary pretty much like clockwork every 2 weeks or so. So once I have done all that stuff for this week, which I'm going to do after the Mage Tower gets built, because we're going to have that buff that gives you extra AP tokens when you loot an AP token from a boss. So once I've done that, I'm going to be pretty much due for another one. There's only 3 left I could get. 2 of them I really badly want. 1 of them I do not want. And it would be really cool if we got one on stream. TK Vicinity says, I like your tattoo. Thanks. I've been doing so many transmog runs. Collecting is so addictive. It is. I was thinking, wow. Like, I don't think I have the authority to say this, because I don't know exactly what there is to collect in other games. But I think WoW has to be one of, if not the most intense game for a completionist collector to get into, because if you were a really hardcore completionist and collector, you would be trying to get all the achievement points, which is insane. You'd be trying to get all of the appearances. You'd be trying to get all the tabards. You'd be trying to get all the mounts and all the pets and all the toys. And you, if you are really crazy, would have alts, at least of different armor types. You would have alts, and you would be trying to get all the appearances on those too. Like, I have to assume that that is probably, like, if you tried to do all of that. Hang on. Why is I just uploaded the vlog and it says it's private? That's not right. I've done something wrong here. But yeah, if you were doing all of that, that's gotta be the most insane collectionist completioner. That's gotta be, alright, well, it says it's private, and it also says it has 63 views. I don't understand. YouTube is being weird today. No, it's public, it's fine. Can you guys see the vlog? If you go to my channel, can you see the vlog? I just uploaded it. The title is RIP World Quest Group Finder and should reps be account wide. Why does it say it's private? Anyways. Hey Hazel, hey Wayne, what's up? You're only missing 36 pets? Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I feel like a healthier way to do it is to pick one thing. Pick one thing. For me, it used to be pets. I've kind of let the pets slide a little bit, but I will probably get back to pets at some point. I have 842 unique pets, and that's quite a few. It's not like maxed out, but it's quite a few. Pick one thing. Pick pets, or pick mounts, or tabards, or bracers. Maybe you want to get all the bracers appearances. Like, pick one thing, and then that's like a fun, probably achievable goal to work on while you're playing WoW. Legendary! Nope. Well, mine just ribs. Can't win them all. Do you guys know if you can get legendaries off of the Invasion final boss? Oh, it's Val'sharad. This is my favorite one. I've decided Val'sharah is my favorite invasion. High Mountain is my least favorite invasion, and I could care less about the other two. But High Mountain, I think, has a lot of extra running around and killing stuff. And Val'sharah has the least amount of running around and killing stuff. So we're going to do the Val'sharah invasion. I'm probably going to hit up the AP quest on my way over there. Just because, you know, AP, I'm not that far from my next point. I am working towards point number 50. Concordance is at 52. So this is going to be 50. This is going to be 51. That's 52. I want 52, so we're pretty close. And I need less than another 100 mils, so we're just going to knock this out real quick. Ghost Mage is slain. Easy. So if you are missing World Quest Group Finder, and you are wondering how the default UI, this is default UI. You can right-click on the quest and go find group. Normally, that will just do a normal search. Right now, it's kind of broken. And you have to press refresh to actually make it work. But that'll auto-search a group for you. It'll, like, fill in the info, so you don't have to figure out exactly. Like, you can pretty quickly function just like you did with World Quest Group Finder. You just have to click an extra time. But that's how you do it. You right-click on the tracking. It does not have to be an elite quest for you to do that. I think there's an eye icon that you can use with elite quest, but it does not have to be an elite quest. Just right click on the thingy over here, select find group, and then if it's spinning forever, then just press the refresh button at the top, and then it will actually find a group for you. So anything where you think it's going to be faster with more people, which is most of them, just get in a group. It's going to be fun. You can still do it. High Mountain has a ton of pitfalls, and without flying, ouch, tons of death. Yeah, oh god, you gotta fly. You gotta get flying, dude. Dudes and dudettes, you need flying, I promise. It's so nice. Just look at what you need to do and make it happen. If you're stuck on rep, obviously just keep up with your, if you're stuck on rep, then just keep up with the Broken Short world quests, and that's about all you need to do. But if you're missing, like, good Sarah Martin, you just gotta go do it. You just gotta go knock it out. It's so worth it. There's so many world quests that are just much more delightful and easy to do and less stressful when you can fly. I would mind losing World Quest Group Finder, but I never used it. Oh man, it was great while it lasted. It cut down on the amount of time that it took to do World Quest because it was so easy to get into a group of 4 other people doing the same quest, and you can share progress. So you would, like, the part of that took the longest was phasing into the new zone, but it was good. But it's gone, and I understand why it's gone. I don't think it's the best. Like, I think they could have come up with a better solution. It feels like very much like breaking World Quest Group Finder feels like a band-aid solution to the problem. I have the feeling that they were underlyingly not super happy with how much World Quest Group Finder automated doing world quests. Like, I know, like, there was nothing that was technically breaking TOS about it. It was just getting into a group with other players to do the quest. But there was very little player interaction about it. You didn't have to talk to anybody. You didn't really have to interact with anybody at all. And so I don't know if it was really fitting with their vision, because it made things easier without you having to actually do anything extra. You were actually kind of nerfing yourself by not doing it. So I think maybe they had, like, a little bit of a problem with it, but they didn't have a good reason for having a little bit of a problem with it. And this is just a really convenient time to take it out. And that's why they went with the route of breaking that add-on instead of fixing their sharding technology to properly return people to their home servers after they've left. Because that, I think, also would have had a similar effect. And maybe they're going to work on that anyways, but they got to do what they got to do. And life will go on. And it's not... You can still get into groups. You can still get into groups. It just takes a couple extra clicks, that's all. They did a fix server, like, yeah. Yeah, I explained a little bit earlier in the video, but basically we're getting a problem where World Quest Group Finder was funneling huge amounts of players to a certain shard, like a specific shard, and that shard would eventually get overloaded with players and it would crash. And this was their way of fixing it. It's not the only way they could have fixed it. May not be the best way, but it's going to get the job done, and we'll be okay. I'm not quitting WoW. Anybody who's quitting WoW over this probably didn't like WoW that much to begin with. Maybe they should focus on fixing the Fellowship disconnect. Yeah, I mean, you can play that game all day. There's all sorts of things they could do instead of doing a certain thing. But I am glad to see the lag issue fixed, because that was really frustrating. I really hated ending up on that kind of laggy zone shard. Sorry, Blizz and games are not my whole 2 lives. Oh man, I wonder what that's like. It's totally my whole life. If you can't tell by the place I spend all my time in. What about the Demon Hunter jump glitch? Try and jump in Fel Rush together. You can't jump anymore. Actually, I think the Fel Rush disconnect isn't just Fel Rush. I feel like Feral Lunge, like the Shaman thing, Enhancement Shamans, well, I guess any Shaman that can spec in it. What have I done here? I was so good at the rune, and now I've fallen into a pit. I think, like, things that blink you forward will occasionally disconnect you. And they still haven't figured out how to fix that. I have to walk around forever trying to open the dumb thing. Open what? The rune? The tome. Like that quest that we just did? The thing that I find best about the quest is I actually, like, I use the joystick for moving normally, but I actually stop using the joystick and pull out my keyboard. So I can use, like, I use a little more WASD on that than I do with normal movement. You use a little bit less mouse movement, because it's kind of hard to do the thing in the mouse movement. Can you level your other characters? I could, but I'm not gonna. Hey Hazel, in it here, sup in it? Road quest group finder dead. Yep, we're holding a funeral today. It's a very sad occasion. Are you liking the 75 patch on the PTR? Yeah. So the only thing I've really done from 725 on the PTR is, and there's stuff, and I'm gonna check out more of it, of course. But I did the Dead Mines pet dungeon, and I have that video out. It's like the whole strat video. That's the only one that's gonna happen. But I love Dead Mines. I love the Dead Mines pet dungeon. It's way better than the Wailing Caverns. Like, I wasn't that excited about it because the Wailing Caverns was fine, but it wasn't that exciting. It was kind of boring to do. It's even more boring to do multiple times trying to farm the pets that you want. And it was, I feel like it was poorly paced. It feels like you're doing a lot of easy fights that you just have to get through to get to the next part. And then there's fights that aren't difficult, but they're annoying. And there's less of that. There's less of that in the Dead Mines. The fights are more fun. They're better paced. The rewards, I like that they've moved to a currency system instead of an RNG bag system. And just overall, I think the Dead Mines is a much better pet dungeon. I can't wait for it to go live. I want to farm all those pets. And pretty excited about it. So we're going to knock out all of these quests. I always do all of the world quests whenever I do an invasion because you get nether shards, and I'm currently rolling for trinkets. My trinkets are only okay. These are my cleave trinkets. I'm going to switch to my survival set, actually. I have an 885 metronome, and that's good. Metronomes are really good for Shadow Priest, but my other slot is just like a stat stick. I did manage to pick up from the nether shard thing. I managed to pick up an 880 haste stat stick, and that's pretty good for me, but it's still 880, and I'm like pushing up to 910 in some of my sets, so I would really like a higher item level trinket. I was rolling relics for a while, but I finally got myself an 885 perfect trait relic, and that's gonna do me until Tomb, I think. But yeah, nether shards for relinquish stuff has been really, really good. I haven't gotten that much yet. I had really terrible luck, or at least it feels like I've had bad luck. I don't know how everybody else has been faring. But I still do invasions whenever I get a chance to, because nether shards. It's the easiest way to get nether shards. I don't do Sentinex farming. I did Sentinex farming for about 11 minutes to do the Broken Shore campaign thing this week. And I think that's all the Sentinex farming I'm planning on doing. I like the Timewalking thing. We can play Death Mines already. It's on the 725 PTR. It's coming to the game in mid-June. Probably mid-June. So you can play it if you want, but not on live servers. You're not going to be able to get credit for it on live servers until it comes out. Is this pet battle talk? Sometimes we talk about pet battles. Yeah, the pet dungeon coming in 725. There's supposed to be another one. There's supposed to be Nomuragon. There's supposed to be adding Dead Mines and Nomuragon. But I can't find how to get to Nomuragon on, like, I can't find how to unlock the dungeon, rather. With Dead Mines, after on the PTR I did the Wailing Critters thing again, it gave me a breadcrumb quest to go to the Dead Mines thing. After doing the Dead Mines thing, it did not give me any such thing of the sort to go do Nomuragon. So maybe they're still working on it. PTR still obviously under PTR-ness. They're working on it. It's a work in progress. So maybe it's not done yet, but maybe it is done, and I just haven't figured out how to get that quest to proc. You've had 3 PvP trinkets out of 4 rolls. I asked Plus for a refund. I have a lot of... It really likes giving you PvP trinkets, and I think the reason why is that most trinkets, like all the raid trinkets and dungeon trinkets, there is one thing. There is that trinket, and that is what it is. But with, like, the stat sticks... The stat sticks, basically, there are, like, what? How many stats are there? How many secondary stats are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are only 4. And then I guess sometimes it'll roll with, I don't know. There's at least 4 versions of each one, if not more. And it just means that that particular trinket is in the pool 4 times as many, you're 4 times more likely to get that than an actual trinket. So I have seen normal trinkets from the Relinquish thing, but I have gotten vastly more stat sticks, both PvP and regular stat sticks, and I think it's just because there's more versions of them in the drop pool. How many individual pets do you have? I have 842. 842 unique pets. I don't usually carry around duplicates. If I have a duplicate, it means that I got a pet that dropped in a raid that I haven't had time to sell yet. Is that my boss? He is. Hello. Hazel, I love your videos, and I wanted to say thank you. All the quality content got into pet battles because of you. Well, thanks, Jacob. Did you know that Return to Karazhan is also in Heroic in 7.2? Yeah. Yeah, that's out already. That's already available. You've probably gotten it in your, you've probably gotten it in, like, random daily heroics, which is the other thing I haven't done yet today, but we're probably gonna do Timewalking first. So I'm gonna finish this invasion, which will take me a while because I'm chatting, and I always play kind of slow when I'm chatting. And then we're gonna put together a viewer group and do Timewalking. We're gonna do the 5 Timewalkings because it is Wrath Timewalking right now. I think it is, anyways. Is it not Wrath Timewalking? Did I miss it? No, it is. We're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's totally Timewalking, so we're gonna do that after I finish this invasion. And then with whatever time we have left at the end of the stream, I'm gonna do some pet battle PvP. I only use the Murkadin, Deathwing, and Ash's Phoenix pets. Do Druid have any hidden appearances? My Druid was like halfway to getting the Feral appearance, I want to say. But then I stopped playing it. I did get the regular hidden resto appearance just from looting the thingy from the class hall before I stopped playing it, but I haven't played my Druid since I decided to retire from PvP. It's there's no reason. I logged on to pick up my duelist title and to transfer over some marks of honor to get some transmog, and I haven't touched it since. I can't do it. Whenever I watch a tournament or like a PvP stream, I want to play really badly, but I know I can't do it halfway. I need to just let it go. I need to leave that life behind me. I was thinking of, and I may have talked about this before, but I'm rolling around the thought of doing really, really, really hyper casual, super bad Shadow Priest PvP. I don't know how to be a DPS in PvP, and I don't have to. But the thing that's really holding me back from doing even just like battlegrounds and skirmishes and PvP brawls, like I haven't even done the PvP brawls, but the thing that's really holding me back is that I can't stand the thought of doing content that is granting artifact power that is not going to my priest. Like, I am so deep into this artifact power grind that I just don't want to split my time between alts, regardless if it's totally different from PvE and PvP. Like, I'd rather put all that time towards my priest, and PvPing on my priest kind of solves that issue. It means that if I did a battleground just for fun, I don't have to be super good. I can go in and have fun. I can try and figure out what my buttons do in PvP. And then at the end of it, I'm probably going to get some artifact power, and I can put that towards a weapon that I'm still getting a benefit from for raiding. So I was thinking of kind of casually doing that. I might put it together for a Sunday series. Again, I don't have one recorded for this week, so we're gonna figure it out. But I was thinking about it. It was on my radar. Hey Hazel, what is your favorite mount? Favorite mount? I can never ever pick one. The thing that I've actually really been enjoying lately is using random favorite mount and then just favoriting a giant whack of mounts. Like, I favorite pretty much any mount that I think is even remotely cool. And then I have random favorite mount randomly summon one of those that's appropriate for whatever zone I'm in. I really like doing that. But I will say that I very recently got, just today actually, this morning, I got the Bloodgazer. So I only have one more Falcosaur left to get. I was really behind on these. Am I done here? No, I'm not done here. I was really behind on the... on doing the Falcosaur stuff. Like, I did the first one when they came out. I made the video guide. I did my first one. I did the Snowfeather one. I was like, cool. I now know what it's like to unlock a Falcosaur mount, and I have one to ride if I ever feel like riding a Falcosaur. And I didn't see any reason to do it 3 more times to unlock the different colors. But after I stopped PvPing and I had a little bit more time, I figured, you know, I can probably handle a daily or 2 every day to try and... Man! Aren't we supposed to be able to share stuff like that? So I've been polishing them off, and I'm halfway through the last quest chain, and then I'll be done those. Time to head out to watch the draft. Go Seahawks. See you later, Grumpy Warlock. I made the cookies here, but you think the Altar Dude killed me? They exploded out flat and were huge, extra thin, didn't hold together well. So then I do them all the same. That's pretty normal, not super flat. Like mine weren't super flat, so maybe it's the altitude, but the thing that's really important with that is let them cool down completely before you try and move them. They will solidify as they cool. And then they hold together even better. Like that's part of the reason why I freeze them, is those ones are a little bit prone to falling apart if they flatten out too much. But I don't, you probably didn't do anything wrong. If you let them cool in the trays, they turn into more of a cookie and less of a cookie-like thing that falls apart when you touch it. And that's the biggest thing I found. But definitely could be the altitude. Hazel, do you have the Winter Spring Frost Saber mount? I do. I think I did that back in Wrath. That was like one of the first mounts that I found out about. Like I was casting around for different things to do, basically. Back as a young WoW player. And I was looking for mounts, and I had just done on Horde, the Black Raptor in Ungaro Crater. What was that called? That quest line. I did it a couple times because mounts weren't account wide back then. Venom Hide Ravasaur? Is that it? Is that a real thing? Am I making that up? Why is it not showing me any right now? Venom Hide. There they are. Venom Hide. Oh, you know why? It's because it's Horde only. You can't use it on an Alliance character. But yeah, I did the Venom Hide Ravasaur, and then I did the Winter Spring Frost Saber, and I thought those were pretty cool. Back when I decided I wanted to collect mounts. I've given up on that. It's occurred to me that I have lots of mounts that I like. If I'm ever making a new character, I can usually find a mount that I feel like fits my fantasy for that character, and I'll just ride that one. And I don't really need it anymore. I don't stress out too much about not getting new mounts now. The only mount that I really wanted that I know I'm not going to get is a Glad mount, and I'm just coming to terms with that. What's with the title of the stream? Please answer, Hazel. I'm confused. They added an update this morning, that broke the World Quest Group Finder add-on. So we're just kind of memorializing that. I talked a bit more about it earlier in the stream, but I'm probably not going to go over it too many times just because words. You live in Washington? No. We're in Oregon. We live in Oregon. Warcraft devs, yeah, that's exactly what happened. They disabled the ability to join groups without a dialogue to the user, and to compound that, the World Quest Group Finder add-on maker has decided to not update the add-on, and he is leaving the project behind. His tea is really good. I was looking at my tea cupboard. Before the stream. I was like, I don't know what I want today. I was like, I almost wanted a black tea because I didn't have as much black tea as I normally had this morning, so I'm a little light on caffeine at this point. I was like, do I want black tea? This is actually, it's a pu'er tea, which means it's like an aged one. This particular one is a shu pu'er, which means it was artificially aged through what is essentially a very light composting. It's a very specific technique of processing tea. They're from China. I don't know the year on this one. This one is just marketed as a velour pu'er. I got this from Tao of Tea. It's sort of like a beginner-friendly one, because some of them are pretty scary to start drinking. Like you'll see reviews for these pu'er teas. Actually, I'm gonna get into a group for this. Taste of Corruption. So you right-click, you say find a group, and then you press the refresh button, and then you sign up. Takes more buttons, but you do it without WordPress Group Finder, so that's something. You can also look for one that says auto accept on it, like this, and then you'll know you'll actually get into it right away. So basically, nothing's changed. You just have to do it yourself now. But this is an example of one of those times when I would really like to do it with a group, because then you can have other people running around clicking on all this stuff, and you can all share credit. So are these all suspicious people? Yeah, I can kill these and help the cause. But yeah, you'll read reviews of pu'er teas, like especially the really deeply aged ones. Like you can get these like 20-year-old, 30-year-old aged teas. I don't want a PvP. Go away. And you'll see people writing these reviews like, this was musty and smelled like old forest and my grandfather's mushrooms and blood and with a little hint of salty musk. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like something I want to drink at all, but like the end, like it's always 5 stars out of 5. Like they friggin' loved it, despite the fact that it tasted like all these weird things. So this is a more beginner-friendly one. This just tastes kind of like... it's hard to describe. It actually does kind of taste like vaguely damp wood, which does not sound good, but it's really enjoyable, I promise. First time watching ages, and tea is still a topic of conversation. We're always going to come back to tea every now and then, just because I'm in a big tea phase right now. Although, my plant phase is starting to kick back into action. I want to show you guys. Can I show you guys? Okay, I really tried to. I'm going to finish helping with this world quest, so I'm not one of those people that, like, mooches. I'm going to finish helping with this. We need 2 more villagers and 1 more water, and then we'll be done. And then I'm going to tell you guys a really sad story. I'm tempted to go fight that mage because I'm pretty sure he tried to pick a fight with me, but we're not doing it. We're being neutral. All right, so 1. Oh, that's an assassin. That's not the right thing. I need a suspicious villager. I need 1. Yeah, that one. Tag it. Yeah, that's the stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get out of this group. Cool. Leave party. Good. I'm gonna mount up and get in the air as soon as I can. Don't fight. Yeah. Okay. So I'm back in my realm now, which is nice. Okay. Sad story time. Let me get up and grab my things. So, I mentioned this a little bit. Don't mind my super unflattering comfy sweatpants, but I mentioned this a little bit. I don't know. Basically, the gist of it is I've decided to grow peppers again this year because I had a bunch of potting soil left over, and I didn't want to do tomatoes because I did tomatoes last year and they were just insane. And I just wanted to try growing peppers again. So I dug up my 4-year-old pepper seeds, because I'm too lazy to buy new ones, and I planted them in the seed tray. And recently, the first one started to sprout. And there he is. There he is right there. That is a little baby serrano chili pepper plant. Little teeny tiny one. And I'm really excited because I only need 1 plant. Like, I planted 6 of them, but I'm going to take the strongest one. That's going to be the 1. I only needed 1 plant. And I was really excited for this first one because he looks really healthy. It was the first one to come up. And I was a little worried the seeds wouldn't catch it all because they were so old. And so I've been, like, taking extra good care of them. And because they're on a heat mat. They're on a heat mat under a lamp. And I got to keep them moist while the seeds are germinating. You want to keep them moist but not soaking wet. And the way I do that is I have a little spray bottle. I have a little spray bottle of water. And where am I going, actually, by the way? Gelthrak. I have a little spray bottle of water, and I use that to water them. Now, yesterday, I got the canvases. I think it was yesterday. Maybe the day before. Yesterday, the day before. I got my canvases, and I moved everything around. I rearranged my office. And in the process, I cleaned a bunch of stuff. I was, like, wiping down, like, my desk and the table that had the plants on it and the shelf. Like, I cleaned a bunch of stuff. And I still had the bottle of spray cleaner in my office. And I think you can see where this is going. And last night, really late last night, I was up too late and I was sleepy, and I decided to check on my plant one more time before bed, and I picked up the little bottle to, like, give him a little bit more water, and I sprayed it right on my little baby seedling, and then it was really foamy, and I was like, oh no. I sprayed cleaner. I sprayed soap on my plant. My little baby seedling, I soaped him. So I immediately went and I rinsed him off, and I rinsed through the dirt, and I, like, poured off the top layer of dirt, and I added some new dirt. And I, like, looked at the plant bottle, and the plant bottle says it's, like, non-toxic and plant-based. I don't know if that helps. It's still soap, but he seems fine so far. Hasn't keeled over and died yet, but if he does, I'm gonna feel so bad. Because I didn't mean to soap my baby. What is your opinion on the 3 new Deadmine Strikes Back pet dungeons? It's just one Deadmine's pet dungeon. Deadmine Strikes Back is the name of the quest. I like it a lot. If you look at my guide video that goes over, like, my strats for it. What am I doing here, by the way? Abyssal Monstrosity. Oh, this thing. I think it's much better paced than the Wailing Caverns, and I think it's a lot more fun. Interesting hot carrots. Carrots? I've done the salsa garden thing, and I've always ended up making bonus Mexican hot carrots. Carrots. Hazel got 10 black thumbs. I do not have black thumbs. I work very hard to take good care of my plants. I was just sleepy, and it was an honest mistake, and it could happen to anybody. I swear I didn't shake the baby on purpose. The rest of my plants are doing just fine. I moved all my succulents outside yesterday. They're having a great time in the sun. I'm keeping an eye on them to make sure they're not getting shocked because I'm being kind of lazy about it, but they're all doing good. All my flowers, I planted zinnias out on the deck. I planted zinnias in my balcony, so I have those. I have some Starlight Rose ones planted just because they have the same name as the WoW flower. I was like, I gotta grow those. So I've got those going on. Got some impatiens out there. I got my little spruce tree and my Japanese maple. They're all fine. I swear I don't have a black thumb. I just accidentally cleaned. Maybe he's just extra squeaky clean now. He'll probably be fine. It's Pro Crush Group fighting for real, goddammit. Yep. Yeah, pour one out. Pour one out. It's never coming back. I like your office, Hazel. Thanks, me too. It's much cozier than it used to be. I'm gonna put this little guy back under his lamp because he needs the light. There we go. Be careful of perfume, Hazel. I once maced my cat trying to put some on after he jumped up on the bathroom counter. Oh no. Yeah, I keep my perfume, like, I only ever wear perfume. I love perfume, but I only ever wear it if I'm not going out, because I don't want to be that person that smells too strongly in public, because, you know, it gives people headaches and allergic reactions and whatever. I don't want to be that person, and I never know if I'm over or underdoing it. Like, I always tend towards underdoing it, because, again, you don't want to stink. But, I don't want to risk it, so I only ever wear perfume if I'm staying home. And I keep it on my dresser, and my cat doesn't go up there because it's, like, really tall. So she's not really in a firing range of that, but I can see how it could happen. The worst thing I ever did like that was I once tried to take off my makeup with nail polish remover. I was really tired, and I think I was actually drunk. I think I was like so proud of myself because I had been drinking, but I was still remembering to take off my makeup before bed, which is not something I necessarily do after I'm drinking. And I soaked up little cotton pads with nail polish remover. I was like, wow, this makeup remover really stings today. And then I was like, oh god, am I gonna be blind now? Turns out, not blind, but I was definitely rinsing my eyes for a good 20 minutes. I don't recommend it. It hurts. It's bad. Hazel Senpai noticed me. I need tips for leveling my alts so I don't have the gold to get heirlooms. Sup, Golden Creeper. I totally noticed you. I answered your question on the vlog today. You gotta go check that out. But, tips for leveling alts without heirlooms. My biggest tip is do not do anything else in WoW but level your alt. You log on to WoW, you log into that alt, you figure out what is next on that alt, and you go do it. Do not multitask, do not do anything else but leveling the alt. At least, that's how I always do it. If I'm leveling an alt, I commit. I do nothing but level. Like, if you're just leveling in your spare time when you feel like it, you're never going to get it done. Or at least it's going to take you an extraordinarily long time, so just do it. Just do it. Love me. Hello, Nobno. What server do you play on? Lightbringer. That is correct. Lightbringer. Am I done this yet? No. We gotta kill a bunch more stuff. I wonder if you can find... I wonder if people put together groups for these quests. Like, World Quest Group Finder never really functioned for these, like, late invasion quests because they weren't word quests. They were just, like, quests. But I bet I could get... I mean, it's too late now. But I bet I could get into a group for it through that. Because this is one of the things that goes way faster if you have somebody else that is also killing stuff with you. Hey, is that Tyler Thompson? Jemima is totally right. Doing the Legion invasions will get you almost a level. So, you want to do those. If you are leveling between 100 and 110, hit up every Legion invasion you can, and maybe just chill in between doing Legion invasions because they're going to be so much more efficient than doing the regular quests. Also flying, for sure. You definitely want to make sure you've got flying. It did. That's why I loved it, Hazel. Some level ranges it's better to random dungeons, other ranges it's better to quest. That's true. I usually random dungeon up until like 40, and then 40, 45, and then I would quest until like 60, and then as soon as I got into Outland, or 58 I guess, and then as soon as I got into Outlands I would go back to dungeons. But I haven't leveled in a long time. In Warlords I got pretty much every alt that I needed. I got pretty much every alt that I needed leveled up, and then I didn't need any more. Hey Hazel, hey chat, sup Unedited I just leveled my priest and wanted to do invasion figure and stuff. World Quest Group Finder was great. It was. We can still get into groups for World Quest though. You just have to join them yourself. Why did I just ask to update World Quest Group Finder? Is that it killing itself? No, it's already dead. There's nothing that you can do to kill it that has not already been done by Blizzard. Maybe he'll change his mind and update it. He may decide to update it after all. But the original functionality of it automatically searching for and applying you to groups is no longer going to work. At the very least, you're going to need to have some extra clicks to get through those stages. Alright, so send me to the terrace. What's the most OP class in the game? Really depends on OP class in the game really depends on what for. Like, there is something different that is OP for PvP in duels, which is different from what's OP in PvP for raid battlegrounds, which is different from what's OP in PvP in 3v3, which is, again, different from raiding for single target for Mythic Plus dungeons, you know, for questing, for leveling. Like, there's different things that are OP for a variety of stuff. And honestly, I don't know which ones are OP in each of those different situations, so I have no good answers for you. I do not know. When you say hi, you sound like female gnomes. Aw. I think I would probably need a little bit more editing, like some audio editing to really sound like a female gnome, because they are squeaky. They are super duper squeaky, but I will take that as a compliment. I like giving people markers when I enter these things so I can find somebody. Like if somebody's run off and they are dying by themselves in a corner, at least with the marker I can find out where they are dying by themselves in a corner. Hey Hazel, I just found your channel and it has helped me so much already. I love your pet bubble videos. Thanks, Tuska. Where's my bro? Crush Fist. There he is. Just like normal. Do you guys think we're gonna like super burn out on invasions because they're the same every single time? Like, I think some of the world quests switch up, but the end scenario is exactly the same. And you're gonna be doing, like, they say that they're not planning on turning off the invasions or changing the frequency at all. So you'd have to assume that for at least the duration of Legion, if you want to continue to get nether shards, like, I guess there's a point, maybe after Tomb, when 880 gear is no longer that relevant. And if you have all of your legendaries, then maybe you don't need nether shards and you just quit. But as long as you're farming AP, the AP is not bad for them. And yeah, like, we're going to be doing these for a long time and they don't change. They don't really change at all. This is the worst part of the Val'sharah one, is getting the Fel Centrums down. But after that, you're pretty much smooth sailing. Not used to you streaming, so I keep pausing you when I tab back in. All good. So I usually like going all the way to the thing, and I only really do this because I have Pride ads. I can get away with it. And then I just start dotting up everything. I'm gonna throw down a Mind Bomb. I can do this by myself, but it always helps when one of the people actually comes to help me. Vampiric touches for everybody. And I'll pop a Vampiric Embrace if I really need to, because that will heal me. You can hear my poor little gnome. The sound like the scream that she makes when somebody hits her is so funny. I can't even do it. I can't even imitate that. It's not gonna happen. Crush Fist is crushing it. It's crushing in. He's showing up for crushing duty. Gets kind of annoying with bad people, but with decent players in other roles, I can manage. I missed whatever... I think I missed part of that conversation. Get out of this thing. It was so funny the first day or two when Invasions first launched and people didn't know to get out of that. And you see them just get one shot, because it would one shot people. I think it one shot most people that didn't have like a Pride as on or like a lot of health. That bombardment is no joke, and it was really funny. People were like, ah, I'm bottom level 900. I can stand in that. No, you can't. I mean, you can. You're just gonna have to run back. I will never heal. You follow your heart. Suit yourself. Can you mimic gnome sounds? No. I really, it would be very, very, very cringy. Never heal too much stress. Yeah. I feel like healing in PvE is not enough stress. Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of stress. Like, there's interpersonal stress of, like, when you're healing in PvE, you are more tuned into all of the mistakes that everybody else makes. Like, as a DPS, I don't know what everybody else is doing. I know how much damage they're doing. I know if they ruin an encounter for us, but if they, like, stand on fire for 2 seconds and then take a little bit of extra damage, I'm never gonna notice. But as the healer, you see every little thing that everybody else does wrong, and I feel like that will eventually impact your psyche. I'd gotten the other 3 invasions at least 3 times before I got one for Asuna. There was an Asuna one really early that I did. I got them all, I think, one after another. And I don't think I did any duplicates before I had them all done. I had, have you finished the tower challenge yet? No. I told you. I think. I don't know if I told you, actually. But I've seen it on a couple occasions, and I'm sticking to this. I will not pull it again until I get Sifus. When I have Sifus, and I have the sprint ring, and I can kite around while sprinting with the sprint ring that gives me haste, and sprinting with sprinting, some extra sprinting. When I have Sifus, I will do it. Until I get Safoods, I will not do it. I will not. I don't care how much gear I get. I don't care how many artifact points I get. I don't care if they nerf it. I am not pulling it until I get my Safoods to drop. There's only 3 legendaries left for me on the loot table. And, like, at most I'm looking at probably like 7-8 weeks. I will have Safoods. Statistically speaking, if I keep doing everything every week, I will most likely have Safoods before Tomb of Sargeras comes out. So I will do it before Tomb when I get Safoods. But until then, I refuse to pull it. Like, it's just so much, it's going to be so much less, like, stress-inducing with it. It's still going to be hard. But I just felt like when I was pulling it before, I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I felt like there were DPS checks that I could not make. And half the reason I couldn't make them was because you spend so much of your time doing no damage because you're running, because you have to kite. And Shadow Priests don't do a whole lot of damage when they're not moving. You have to be casting to do most of your damage. So I will do it when I get Safoods. And I'm a little bit salty about that. Have some more tea. The Sin Rogue one was a decent challenge. I heard people saying the Assassination Rogue one was like a joke. I heard people saying that was like the easiest one. I don't know if that's true, mind you. But people were saying that it was not even... Maybe not that it wasn't challenging, but that it was it didn't require certain legendaries or amounts of gear like some of the other ones do. Like a lot of classes, if you don't have the right legendaries for it, it's just probably not going to happen. It's like 100% harder without the right legendaries. I need Pride as my Demon Hunter so I don't stress too much in Phase 1, so I can actually get some real practice in Phase 2. Exactly, yeah. Like, the only time I ever saw Phase 3 was when I lusted on Phase 2, and I'm gonna need lust. I'm gonna need the Drum's Lust on Phase 3 to finish it. Like, I just don't have enough damage right now, and I don't have enough downtime to get the damage in I need, so I'll do it when I get to Fizz. The repair bills, yeah, the repair bills were bad. Took me maybe 25 attempts, yeah. When I passed 40 attempts and I was not making any progress, I figured that's a good time for me to move on with my life and stop stressing about it. Because I took it way too personally. I experienced some unhealthy emotional investment in that I didn't need to engage with. Like, it messed me up. I was emotionally messed up by that challenge because I thought I should be able to do it. And I refused to believe that it wasn't, that I just didn't have the gear. Like, I figured it must be me. I must not be good enough. If I'm not good enough, I can just Dark Souls this and pull this another 100 times and be good enough. And I figured that was true. And I don't think it's true. I think to a certain extent, you do need a certain amount of gear and or legendaries for some of the challenges, for some of the specs. And I was just bashing my head against a wall that I wasn't going to get through and ruining my self-esteem every time I tried it. So we're just not going to go back. Not until we get the things we need. And that's fine. And it's fine. Like, the appearance is cool. Some classes have really cool appearances. I'm not crazy about the Shadow Priest one. I've been really enjoying using Clav and Zoth. I like my little spiky purple dagger here with, like, the triple eyeballs. It's been good for me, so I don't know if I would even use... I mean, I would probably use the appearance just because I would have it, but not gonna worry about it too much. I don't want a tank. Do I have to? I used my health pot already. I guess I can still disperse. I'm gonna shadow mend myself a little bit. Shadow mend is great. I freaking love being able to shadow mend. It just heals for so much that it feels like when I need to stop, like if things are really going south and I stop and I take 10 seconds to try and heal my tank, it feels like I can actually do it, and I love that. Healing is like working at a store that all you do is bash your head against the wall because everyone takes too much damage. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I liked PvP healing because there was like a lot more to it than just healing, and it was just such a high skill cap, but I wasn't good enough at it to feel like I should continue to do it. You did the Affliction Lock challenge without the movement speed, reduced Legendary Ring, we were so happy. That's cool. That's quite challenging. Afflock is the same one that Shadow Priests are trying to do. You were pretty mad at Blizzard with how badly your DK was nerfed this expansion. I haven't really kept up with the DK balance changes. So, we're going to leave this group. I'm going to turn this in. I'm going to go back to my class hall and turn that in. I'm going to catch up on all of this AP here. We're looking at... I love these little tokens that you get from... I have a... Not a Pouch of Wonder, the other one. The one that gives you order resources and artifact power when you do world quests. And these little tokens, they're not very much. They're like a 10th of a world quest. But you do 10 world quests, and it's like you did an 11th one. Like, it adds up. And I really like that it adds up. So let's see if any of these proc a double. I would love it if this gave me 6 million. It did! Oh, I love it when the big ones double. I just got 6.3 mil out of that one thing. Oh, that was great. I feel so much better. That never actually happens when I ask it to. Oh, and that one doubled too. I just got 4 mil. This is great. This is a great day. So now with all of that, we're looking at another 65, 73? Another 73 mil? That's not that bad. 73 mil is like, once the Mage Tower gets built, let me take a look on Wowhead and see where the Mage Tower's at. North American. Also, if you guys didn't know this, on the Wowhead main page, there's a section that has the current emissaries, the current Mythic Plus affixes, current world bosses, current world event, tells you when the next invasion is. Also has progress bars for the thing. So Mage Tower is at 84%. It was at like 70 this morning, so by the time I get around to doing my Mythic Plus World Tour, which I'm probably going to do with my guildies tonight, should be up. Should be up. After my Mythic Plus World Tour with that Mage Tower buff, I bet you I can get that next point tonight. I want it. I want Concordance, and the closer we can get to it, the better. Those tokens do add up a lot. The Legendary World Quest gear for followers is nice for alts. Yeah. I really want the Pouch of Wonder. I want the one that gives gold. I finally got a Potion of Triton to drop, and I'm sitting on it waiting for a Pouch of Wonder because I think I want to switch my combat follower to Elphalist because I think having a Banshee following me around is really cool. I don't think she's the best DPS-wise, but I don't care. I want a Ghost Lady to follow me around and be my pal, and I want to outfit her with that and this Necklace of Endless Memories and a Pouch of Wonder. But I don't want to do it until I get the Pouch of Wonder because I don't want to give up that those bonus AP every time I do a world quest. Is basically where I'm at with that. So I'm just kind of waiting for Pouch of Wonder. I don't know when I'm going to get one. I'm hoping that we can continue rolling through those command centers and getting that buff that gives you a free piece of gear from the command center. Though that's really nice, and a bunch of my guildies got a Pouch of Wonder from that, so I'm hoping I can just get lucky. I don't know. What guild are you in? I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm in a guild called Carbon. We're not accepting applicants, unfortunately, but we're a heroic raiding guild. We've been fully progressed for a while now. We're kind of taking a break and just doing, like, pug raids. Well, not pug raids, but, like, casual raids where people aren't mandated to come until Tomb comes out. But I like heroic raiding. I've thought about getting into mythic raiding, but I really like the casualness of heroic raiding. I like being able to not pay super close attention during raid night and be able to just sort of hang out and have fun with my friends in Vent. Mythic raiding I think is a little bit too serious for me, and I feel like heroic raiding is good enough. We get that progression every tier, but we're not like dying on it, and we only raid 6 hours a week. And once we have it down to farm, we raid like 3 hours a week, maybe 4. Actually, it's usually like an hour and a half right now because we can clear Nighthold in an hour and a half and then we're done. So I like the limited time. I am going to head back to Dalaran. Check that mission. Pick up the time walking thing. And then I'm going to get up for 2 minutes. Well, not 2 minutes, but like a really quick break. And when I get back, we're going to put together a viewer time walking group. So if any of you play Alliance North America, basically what I'm going to do is list it in the group finder. And the first 4 people to enter are going to be able to come along. We will need a healer, a tank, and 2 DPS. I'm going to be queuing 5 time walking dungeons. I won't boot people from the group, but we will be filling if people decide to leave. And that's basically what's going on. Hazel, will I ever get the Deathwatch hatchling? I don't know. I don't think I have the Deathwatch hatchling. What's that from again? I remember it was from something I didn't have. Deathwatch. Guild vendor. Oh, yeah. So that was from a guild achievement. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what your guild has to do, but my guild clearly has not done it. Alright, so I've also been 200%ing any equipment missions to try and get these champion crates, because the champion crates are guaranteed to give you rare or better gear. Patch of Wonder? No, Potion of Energy. It's fine. And then I also always roll stuff through here to try and get one from here. Fingers crossed, Patch of Wonder? No, that's a carrot on a stick. It's fine. It's fine. I've been actually remembered to pick up these Blessings of the Order. I had this perk for ages. Actually, I'm not even sure it's a perk. Maybe this is just default. I was not using these. I didn't know what they did. They would just stack up in my inventory, and I never read the tooltip. And turns out, Blessings of the Order, kind of useful. I'm gonna just use all these, and then I will be able to pick up more, because you can pick them up on your phone, and they only take like 2 or 3 hours, I think, to queue up, so you don't have to be at your desk, and you can have 5 by the time you come back. So, we want to 200% one of these things. Can I 200% one of these things? If I put a shadow dude in there, and I also put a zealot, ugh, that's only 1 to 30. I might need to wait for some other dudes. All my dudes are set up for long missions. These are nice. I like the war supplies because those basically get you artifact power more or less, but it's nicer when you get 500. What is that for? Dungeon quest. I don't need Legion Fall rep. I guess I'll send out this one. Well, we'll see if we can 200% this with like some acolytes, and who else wants to go? All right, go forth and be merry. What else? There's no point if I can't 200% it. I don't care about the watch. I want the crate. I want the crate of stuff. You can get the pet if you join a guild that has the achievement, or you can do it on alt or whatever. Oh, I guess that's true. Don't you need a certain amount of guild rep? Wouldn't you need to join the guild and then get the guild rep, or is that no longer required? Or is guild rep gone? Use the follower hall add-on. It's super useful. What does it do? What does it do that I can't do already? That's what I want to know. I have never heard of that. So we're going to pick up quest. What was that you put in your champions? Oh, the little white thing, Blessing of the Order, is a priest class all specific thing. Also, I forgot to pick up my bonus rolls this week. May as well do this. I don't bonus roll anything at Nighthold, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these. I just kind of use them for AP. I bonus roll Gul'dan, but that's it. That's the only thing I really need loot from. Then we're picking up this Timewalking quest, and then I am going to be right... Emerald Nightmare quest. Oh, yeah. Well, that's useless. You need the rep, but it goes really fast with world quests and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't want to play an alt, and I definitely don't want to leave my guild. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to try out this play ad button just because I'm not going to be at my desk anyways. I don't know what this does, but we're going to find out. Chair Senpai, you are best WoW player. My tea, actually, I am halfway through the teapot, but I'll worry about that after some time walking. I might be able to make it through the rest of the stream on this current teapot. I find to drink pu'er a little bit more slowly than some other types of tea. Like, if I'm drinking Japanese green tea, I can just chug that down, but something like this, it's got a lot of flavors going on, it's like very rich, so it's more of a sipping thing. I do need to grab water, though. I should have done this. Whoops. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. And she's gone. You've just about given up on Alar. Just keep... Well, the thing is, do you have 100% of the transmog appearances you could possibly get from I? If you download Menar's Wardrobe Helper and then you go look at the raid and you have 100% of the stuff, then I guess you can give up. But if there's still anything else you could possibly need, you may as well just keep doing it. So I'm going to be listing the group now. I will be taking the first people that apply. Item level doesn't matter. Level doesn't matter. This is time walking. It scales you anyways. We're just doing the quest. We're doing 5 time walking dungeons. Pre-made group. Dungeons. Starter group. Custom. So it's going to be under dungeons and custom. Title is going to be Hi, I'm Hazel. King Dungeons stream. First come, first serve. First come, first serve is implied. No minimum item level, no voice chat. We're just gonna list it like that. Taking the first 4 people that fill up the roles, of course. So 2 DPS, 1 tank, 1 healer. If any of you want to come, you're in North America, NA, we are up in the group finder. So there's a DPS. What's up, Flubs? Y'all lips. Got another DPS, just looking for a tank now. You guys are fast. Looking for a tank. There's a tank. Alright. That was so fast. How many people? There's 219 people watching the stream. How insane is that? Not even doing anything, dudes. Okay. So, assuming... Oh, did he join? Are we good? We're good. So I can delist now. Cahoots is now a tank. Great. Welcome. What's up, guys? Hi. I don't know what else to say. We doing it. We're going. Alright, so I'm going to queue us up for Dungeon Finder, random time walking dungeons. I don't have a time walking set put together. I'm just going to use my cleave things. I wonder, I've been using Faramir's Forbidden Grimoire. Did you just yank me? You totally did. Faramir's Forbidden Grimoire. Like, people sleep on that trinket. I've never seen anybody talking about that trinket. But I swear it must have gotten buffed, because it does crazy, not crazy, but really good damage for me. Like, as a Shadow Priest, you don't really have access to any instant cleave to a high number of targets, aside from Shadow Crash, and you're usually taking Legacy of the Void instead. So, oh, the other thing is I can actually use Menar's Wardrobe Helper to open a mini list to see which transmog appearances I need. So if I want those 2 things, basically, to fill up my appearance collection. But, yeah, what was he saying? Before transmog. Off we go. Oh, cleave. Yeah, so as a Shadow Priest, the only access you have to rapid target cleave to, like, a lot of things, like imps, for example, imps in Court of Stars, is Shadow Crash, which you're not spec'd into. So aside from that, if we're fighting, like, 20 imps on the floor, I'm just dotting all of them, or I dot one of them and I start mind flaying. I'm like, well, I'm doing 400k damage. This is sad. But with the Grimoire, assuming that things live long enough, this is the real thing, is if the kicker is if it's late, then it's late. But the Grimoire tends to do pretty nice damage. I have aggroed. I'm going to disperse and just crawl my way over because I'm really slow, because I'm dazed. Try and make my way over here. This is... Thank you. These are still tough. I'm going to Mind Bomb over there and get my dots out. I might have to pay a little bit more attention. I don't know how. I don't think I've done Wrath time walking in like a long time. I know the Burning Crusade ones were really, really easy, but I don't know how safe it is to chain pull in some of these Wrath ones. Some of the trash might actually still have abilities. But yeah, when classes can just do that and can just instantly cleave down a bunch of stuff, I really have no hope for keeping up on high target cleave. This is the coveted one-handed rotation for when you have a cup of tea. I have to pick up my hand to go hit the 2 button. Oh god. Alright, tab targeting time, tab targeting. Oh no, I have to turn around. I need my mouse. I need it. Turns out I can't fight a whole boss with one hand. Almost. You can almost, I mean, you could if you, like, sacrificed. Man, I'm not doing any damage compared to Flubs. Flubs is on fire. Yeah. But I need to make sure that I'm remembering to keep up with, How am I supposed to fire off my trinket? Maybe I should just go single target spec. I should probably just put on either my single target stuff or even throw on, like, my Pride as just in case. Because I don't know how am I supposed to keep up with that cleave. These dudes are fast. I'm gonna throw out my trinket. This is kind of sad. I'm like talking up this crazy new trinket that does all this damage and it does nothing because everything's dead by the time it gets there. It does have some travel time, but you know, I'm used to Shadow Crash. Shadow Crash is the king of travel time. Make sure you interrupt spell flingers, but you already passed them. Yeah, that would have been a good thing to remember. I did not remember to do that, but we'll do that next time. That was probably the one thing that really slowed us down. I'm just gonna throw on my single target. My single target legendaries here. I am not getting a chance to use my AoE trinkets, and that's okay. I am not complaining about my position in the DPS meters in these Timewalking dungeons. You guys are welcome to carry me. As long as you know I'm doing my best. I'm not trying to coast here. I'm trying to help. Oh, Flubs. Oh, Flubs. Hang on. I like his beard. He's got a good beard going on. Why don't you stream on Twitch? I bet you would get more viewers. I really don't. I really don't get more viewers on Twitch. We've tried that. We've done that. I get like 20, maybe 30 viewers on Twitch. It's not like it's not the same. I like YouTube way better, and I can stream in higher quality on YouTube. I can stream in a much higher bitrate. We get transcoding. It just makes more sense for me. Did you play in Lich King? I did play in Lich King. I started in Lich King. I was a Wrath baby, so I didn't know what I was doing back then. Not that I especially know what I'm doing now, but everybody has that phase when they first start playing WoW where you're just like really bad. You don't know what's going on. You're wearing the wrong type of gear. You're irritating pugs in dungeons and raids. It's just great. New more bitrate on YouTube. Yeah, you like partnered Twitch streamers can have access to transcoding and higher bit rates, but still, like, YouTube doesn't cap it. YouTube doesn't cap it at all, and Twitch, even if you're partnered, will still cap it at I think 4K. So, and I'm not a Twitch partner, so I wouldn't have access to any of that. I just get better everything here. What happened to the WordQuest Group Finder? It's gone, man. It's gone. Pour one out. Say goodbye. Say goodnight. Lights out. No more. It was broken in a recent update to the game that was supposed to fix the server lag issues that were happening in like certain zones. You would notice in like in the Broken Shore or in an invasion zone, you would get incredible lag. And they made that change to the game that broke World Quest Group Finder in order to fix that, because World Quest Group Finder was the big pain point. Sticking on that. Oh, do we have to? That's fine. I don't mind doing the extra boss. I just wanna bust these out in time. I never wore the wrong gear type, although that's mostly because I started with Priest and Mage with only cloth. True. Yeah, I famously remember playing a Hunter, and I was so excited when I got some blue shoulders that I put them on and I refused to take them off, even though they were cloth shoulders. They were cloth in shoulders. And I was just like, I wasn't going back to my greens. I had a blue, man. Yeah, what's up, Haruma? Is this pet battles? No. We're doing time walking. Which is kind of pet battles if you really think about it, because we need more time warp tokens so that the next time the mob time walking comes back, it can get the second pet, because I only have one of them. And I want the mount too. But after I finish time walking, if I have time, I'm going to do some pet battle PvP. I don't know if I'll have time though. This is only our first of 5 time walking dungeons, and it's already 20 after 4. Time goes fast in these streams. Thank you for your guide in TSM. It really helped making gold. Look forward to getting the Spectral Tiger in the near future. Oh, cool, dude. Spectral Tiger is nice. People ask about it. I've noticed if I ride it all the time, people start whispering me, being like, yo, how'd you get that? When did you get that? Are you rich? Did you buy your gold? Did you buy your account? Are you Swifty? It's pretty funny. Are you turning up tonight? 420. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Somebody asked me if I grow or smoke weed, and I read the question and I didn't answer it because I got distracted. But I do not grow or smoke weed. I don't have anything against it, and it's legal where I am in Oregon. Like, I could, but just not my thing. I'm all about, well, not all about alcohol, but I will partake in alcohol every once in a while, probably every couple of weeks, but nothing crazy. Teach me the way of the shadows. Well, watching me do time walking is not going to be the right place to learn. My best advice if you are trying to improve as a shadow priest is to go to howtopriest.com and gobble up all of the info they have in their guides and spreadsheets there. They have a lot. That's where I learn everything I know. Everything I know about Shadow Priest I learned from How To Priest. Whenever I have a question, I go look it up in How To Priest and their Discord as well, but mostly just the website. That's where I get all my stuff. Let me borrow your Dredge Ghoul cap. Yo, if you're trying to farm the Dredge Ghoul, do normal ICC. That's the reason it's not dropping for people, is because nobody does normal, because normal doesn't drop invincible. But normal will absolutely drop the Dredge Ghoul, and heroic drops the other thing. That's why. So that's what's going on there. Just run normal ICC instead of heroic, and you'll get your own. You sound like me as an adult. Are you talking to me, or are you talking to somebody in chat? You should go to How To Priest and say you're a Shadow Mantis priest. Oh, man. Say hello. My 3-year-old Dante says, thank you, Hazel. Every time your video helps me win a pet battle, say hello to Dante. Hi, Dante. All about alcohol. No, I'm not all about alcohol. I try and keep the only substance that I can say I really abuse is tea. And considering it has less caffeine by quite a large margin than coffee or energy drinks, I'm probably all right. It's not the best thing in the world for you, but it's probably not hurting me any more than it helps. Tea. Today we have a ripe shoe pour tea. It's not a super aged or super fancy one, but it's a nice drinkable beginner one. I got this from Tao of Tea in Portland. They call it the velour pour. And it comes already like pre-broken apart. You don't buy it in a cake or anything like that. I do want to get some aged cakes. I would try some younger Sheng pours, but I'm scared of... I brew all my teas Western style. I don't have like a Gaiwan. I don't do Gong Fu brewing. I might get into that eventually, but right now I just don't have time. And I've heard that right pours do fine in a Western style brewing, but the other ones, like the young ones, are quite bitter, so I'm a little scared of that. Tea is the ultimate gateway drug. I mean, tea is the ultimate gateway drug to more tea. You start off with like a cup of tea at your workplace, and then you're like, man, I really like this fruity stash like hibiscus rose hips tea. And then you're like, oh man, chai tea is just great. I would love a chai tea latte. And then you're like, oh man, English breakfast tea. That's a real way to start the day. That's how you do it. Get some English breakfast tea and like some milk and a little sugar. And then you go, oh man, but like loose leaf English breakfast tea, so much better than like the tea bag. And you do that for a while, and then you're like, well, what other kind of loose leaf teas are there? And then you've just gone right off the deep end. Then you just go right in, and then you're me. Who else is watching on an iPad? Dude, I love watching streams on my iPad. I love doing most things on my iPad, to be honest. Not to be like an Apple shill or anything, but I freaking love that thing. It's great. I use it for all sorts of stuff. I love playing Hearthstone on the couch. Also, so you notice I've got a couch behind me now, which is new. It's because, like, that's the couch that we had in our living room for the past 3 years. Not so good as a living room couch because that's what we use every day. Like, we don't have a dining table. We eat dinner on the couch together. So that was the couch we've been using every single day, and I got it for $120 on Amazon when we moved here. It's fine for a $120 couch. It's not so good for a couch that you actually try and watch a movie on. It will make your butt numb. So we finally got another couch, like an actual one with cushions. Couch with cushions. From IKEA to go in the living room, which means I was able to move this one in here and have like an extra large pet bed. World Quest Crew Finders is abandoned. Yeah, the latest WoW update broke it intentionally, because the add-on was causing server issues, and the author at this time is not planning on updating it to comply, so it's pretty much done. English breakfast is basically every day for me. I'm too bloody British. English breakfast was my everyday for the last, like, from ages, like, 13 until last year, and I only very recently stopped drinking English breakfast every day because I moved into, I got into some Chinese black teas. Oh, cool. I got into some Chinese black teas that I decided I enjoyed more. And I drink them without milk, so that's the other thing, is whenever I can have tea without milk, if I can enjoy it as much, then you're missing a little, like, you don't get like the sugar and the calories that you would if you had milk in it. So yeah, like I used to drink both. Like I went for a while where I would have my standard ritual cup of English breakfast black tea in the morning, and then I would have a pot of a fancy black tea. But then I realized after a while that was way too much caffeine, and I was like tripping out by like 1 in the afternoon. It was just too much. So I skip the breakfast tea now. I still have it sometimes if I'm in the mood, but I don't do it every day anymore. iPads are great. My kids have one each. They love them. They're just really convenient. They're really convenient for a lot of different stuff. I don't use Apple for everything. I like trying their products to see if it'll work for me, and then if it works, then I use it, and if it doesn't work for me, then I don't. But Apple iPad, like tablets, are the one thing where I can't see going with another brand, because other brands seem to have really given up on tablets. Like the operating system just isn't as nice. For phones, I can totally see going either way. My next phone, depending on when, there's like a thing called Google Fi, I think, and it's some kind of phone plan that my husband's really excited about that's gonna like cost us less. And I might have to switch to an Android phone instead of my iPhone that I have now to use that. And I would probably be fine with that, just because I like my iPhone, don't get me wrong. My iPhone has always done very well for me. But I don't really do much with it. With my phone, you know, I take pictures, Instagram, Twitter, text, sometimes YouTube, sometimes Reddit, like pretty normal stuff. So I could do that with really any phone. The only thing I need for my phone is, now that I have, because I have an iPhone 7, and it's waterproof. It's like IP68 waterproof. And I need my future phones to be waterproof, because I play Pokemon Go every day, and I live in Oregon. It's raining. It rains a lot. So if I'm playing Pokemon Go in the rain, my phone gets soaking wet, and I like being able to do that. And I wouldn't be able to do that if my phone was not waterproof. Congrats on mount. In before mount, I would love to get the mount. I haven't seen it yet. I don't think I've even seen it drop for anybody else. I like my phone also, but they're expensive. Yeah. It's kind of an expense that I've written into my life at this point, just because I don't want to wait for a phone that's like too slow. It's something that I use enough that I want to have one that's going to do what I need it to. But I like tech. I'm pretty consumer tech focused, and I like having my tech set up in a way that works for me. So I'm not very patient when it comes to using things that are subpar. I should be more patient, because I probably spend too much money on computers and computer-like devices, but it's just too much fun. I was looking into what I want to do when I eventually replace my laptop, because I have a MacBook laptop as well. It's 5 years old, but it's what I use to stream, and it works really well. But I was looking into what I eventually want to do. Like, that's eventually going to die. It's already 5 years old. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. It's running the same as the day I got it, so that's good. But eventually it's probably going to kick out of me. And I was wondering what I'm going to replace it with, because basically I don't need a lot from a laptop. We use it to stream like Netflix and other websites to the TV. I use it to like look at recipes in the kitchen. I use it to stream. That's the big thing, is I use it to stream like the baking streams, and like anything I need to record or stream away from my desk, I have to do from the laptop. Well, I don't have to, but I'm not moving that desktop. It's heavy. So I like having the laptop for that. But I don't need storage space, because I'm not storing stuff on it. I'm not playing games in it all the time. I pretty much just need like a solid state laptop that's reasonably fast, that's not going to cook itself trying to stream. But yeah, I haven't decided. I don't need to upgrade it anytime soon. I'm quite confident that thing's going to keep working for at least another like 2-3 years. I used my brother's old 5S. Hazel, sup, Salal. I stopped playing like 2 weeks after launch. I mean, Legion's pretty fun so far. I think Legion is gunning for my favorite expansion. It's like Kata. I loved myself in Kata. Kata was great. We're 2 of 5. But Legion, I think, is tied for Kata right now for my favorite expansion. I think Legion is objectively better, but Kata introduced a lot of things I really loved about WoW. And I just had a lot of fun. Like during Kata, I was at a time in my life where WoW was really important to me, and I had like a really great group of friends, and I just had so much fun playing WoW in Kata. I keep forgetting that this is where you kill Imran originally. Yeah, I wondered why they never decided to do a raid. They never decided to do a raid in like Utgard, the Utgard area. like, it looked like they kind of wanted to. Like, if you look at the outdoor guard keep area, it's huge. It totally looks like there should be a raid there. But I think it was just the dungeons. Thanks. I'm really slow. I do not in the instance group. How do I fix? Can I invite him? Promote to leader, inspect, uninvite. Be in it. How do I fix that? He's like our warrior is somehow not in the instance group, and we need to get him into the instance group. But I can't invite him to the instance group. I think it bugged, to be honest. I don't know what to do. Can't requeue for another 14 either. We can just do 6 if you want to wait. Right click the icon on the map. He says it won't let him. It seems to be bugged. It's a very annoying bug. Happens when you queue from inside a dungeon with a full group. Okay. Next time we'll all leave instance before re-queue. Maybe that'll fix it. Can't enter if there's combat. Tell them to log out and log back in. Yeah, I guess try relogging. I think you can enter if there's combat. I don't think you can enter during a boss fight. But we were just fighting a boss, so maybe that was it. Akamar was an impatience baby who didn't believe Illidan when he said he will get the temple back. Hordes ruin everything. I see. Hope we can get him back in. But if not, I'm totally fine to queue for an extra one. We've got like half an hour. I could probably just queue Timewalking for the rest of the stream. Make sure everybody gets as many as they need, and you know, farm for the mountain and what have you. Any good? Teleport out of dungeon. Leave instance group. No, that's not what I want to do. You'd think there would be an add. Yeah. Yeah, we're on cooldown. Oh, it worked. Hey! Best day. I think they'll do so World Coast Group Finder works, just rip. I think they're just going to kind of give up on it because, and a lot of people miss this, because a lot of people using World Coast Group Finder didn't really look into what they added to the quest group finder functionality as it related to quests when, like, they updated it to be more World Coast Group Finder like, but nobody tried it because they were already using World Coast Group Finder. But like, basically everything World Coast Group Finder would be able to do if they updated it to comply with these new restrictions is doable by the in-game UI right now, so I think that's why it's kind of letting it go. If you are in an area for a world quest, you right-click on the quest tracking, select Find Quest, and then refresh it because it seems to be stuck on spinning right now. Refresh it. You'll see a list, and then you can just pick one that says auto-accept, and then queue for it, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's just default, that's all. So I don't think they're going to fix it because it's pretty much, like, any functionality that would have been left over is pretty much in the game right now. And it sucks, but I totally get why they did it. The only alliance races I actually like are just dwarves and Draenei. What are you trying to say about gnomes, man? For the alliance? Yeah. I can respect both factions because it would be rather silly of me to not, especially as somebody that talks to a lot of different people that play WoW on both factions. But my heart is super alliance, man. I don't ever want to go back. My husband is dying to go back. He really badly would rather play a blood elf. He's playing a dwarf fire mage right now, and he really wants to be a blood elf. But he's overruled by not just me, but the guild. Not that many, like only 1 or 2 other people want to go back horde, and most of us want to stay alliance. So he's he's out of luck. Out of luck on that. We got Flubs back. We got Flubs back. The day has been saved. Gnomes for life. Yeah. I wasn't completely sold on gnomes when I became one, but I certainly became sold to gnomes after having experienced her for a while. She's just so, her animations are great. She has excellent animations, especially the facial animations. You can't see them because I'm a Shadow Priest, but the facial animations when she's casting are hilarious. Like all the emotes, oh, it's good stuff. Dwarf Mage, gross. I think he looks cool. I would like him better as a male Draenei, but that's just because I have a thing for male Draenei. Goblins are upfront about the shiftiness. Gnomes are shifty? I think some male gnomes are shifty, but female gnomes are just adorable. Hazel, like my mog. Let me take a look. Hey, you look like me. 10 out of 10, top mog. Having to swim through literally any puddle? Yeah, that's true. And I know that all races can jump and move at the same height and the same speed. There's no technical difference, but I swear sometimes I can't jump over things other people can. Because I've just got the stubby little gnome legs and I'm like trying to do a skip in a dungeon. And I'm just like, I can't get up there, man. You're gonna have to help me out here. Dwarf Paladin or bust? Man, I'm all about the Draenei Paladins. Male Draenei Paladin is just like that dude from the Burning Crusade trailer, and that dude was cool. That dude had it going on. Was that Murad? Was that like an actual lore character, or was that just like a dude? He had a book. He had a real cool book. You have a Dwarf Mage for the Tin Man Challenge. What's the Tin Man Challenge? Rip stumpy legs. Yeah. I'm also fairly slow as a Shadow Priest. My only movement speed increase is body and soul, which is kind of sad. Usually in dungeons, I am the last person to get to every boss because I just don't move very quickly. And now I was like, wait for me, stumpy little gnome legs. Tiny little gnome coming in hot. That's my patented pour T while DPSing move. I don't do any damage compared to you guys. Absolutely none. I'm getting some appearances though. I just got the Gloves of the Crystal Gardener appearance and I got the book earlier. I love getting appearances out of Timewalking because it's like farming transmog and farming for mount that I'm not going to get because who gets it? Who has that mount? Nobody. I mean, some people have it, but not me. The Burning Crusade trailer was Murad despite the fact that he wasn't in the game until Wrath. Okay. I am shocked that I knew that I knew that. That does not sound like something I would normally know. What happened to WordPress Group Finder? It's gone. It's done. Update broken. It's not coming back. The 2 alliance races I mentioned are the only ones that can roll shaman on the alliance side. Well, maybe you're just a shaman at heart. Maybe that's just it. You just, you're a shaman at heart, and as a shaman, you really respect other shamanistic races. It's like druids that are cool with the other druid races on both sides. Also, I started the boss. Whoops, daisies. We're good, right? Sorry, Ellipse. Don't forget to jump. I'll jump after my void torrent. There we go. To be honest, I'm using a trinket that doesn't scale for time walking. That's super nice. Yeah, I know some people have time walking sets. They just find those items that don't scale and they just come through and plow through dungeons with it, and that's just smart. That's just clever use of game mechanics right there. All right. Oh, and I got a War Mace of Unrequited Love. Alright, we're leaving instance group. We will requeue outside because we don't want that bug to happen again. Enigma helpers, Hazel? Enigma helpers? What's wrong with Enigma helpers? Those still work, right? Did they break them? Did that key work? Yeah, it did. Okay. Also, I have mail from the postmaster. Whoopsie-daisies. Whoopsie-doodle-daisy. Apparently I've been missing some Jewels of Victory. Oh, I should apply some of these. Look at all this artifact power. I mean, it's not very much because it's just little bits, but I should use some of those and clear up some bag space. Also, you know how... Oh, Bender's gone. But you know how I was going on in... Let me rephrase. In my quality of life addons video, I talk about sell junk. I have moved on. Sell junk is old news, man. You know what the new cool thing is? Friggin', what's it called? Auto vendor. So here's the deal. I was doing yesterday, like I said, I went on this marathon of clearing old rates. And I was like, man, you know, sell junk is great and it gets rid of my trash and that's fine. But what would be really cool is if something could automatically sell soulbound items below a certain item level, because, you know, you do a raid and you end up with all of these, like, epics and blues that are all soulbound, but they're, you don't need them, they're on like 350 whatever, so I was like, what if an addon could auto-vendor those? And Selljunk didn't do that. So I go on Google, and I'm like, Google, help, what does that? And Google's like, auto-vendor, yo! So I go download auto-vendor, and I'm like, hey, it does exactly that thing that I need. So you set it up, you can set it to auto-vendor soulbound items below a certain item level. I set it to like 700, I think? Maybe 650? And you can also add things to the junk list. So after a dungeon, I'll be like, I want to add moonberry juice to the junk list because I'm never going to need to keep moonberry juice. I would always like that to vendor. So you go /junk and then you link the moonberry juice. It's added to your junk list, then it gets auto-vendored with it. So you can add things or take them out. You can also blacklist things, but I freaking love it because not only does it do the sell junk thing of automatically selling all the gray items when you open a trade window, it will also automatically repair you when you open with a repair vendor. And I love being able to sell everything automatically below a certain item level that's soulbound. It's amazing. So, strong recommend for auto vendor over sell junk because I just discovered it. Google sounds like a wannabe gangster. I mean, does your Google not sound like that? Is that just mine? Dumb question. WQGF was World Quest Group Finder. It was an add-on that automatically applied you for and accepted you into Group Finder groups for doing world quests, so that when you entered an area, you could automatically, without really any interaction from you, get into a group of other players doing the same quest, and therefore get it done faster. So that's what it was. It got broken in the most recent add-on. It was a very popular update. It was a very popular add-on. A lot of people used it. So we're just having a day of remembrance. Music in here is freaking cool. I love the Wrath Dungeons had some really cool music. I don't usually play with game music, but I have it turned on just because of because I can't stream I can't stream any copyrighted music on because this goes on YouTube. So I just play with game music. But the Nexus and then this dungeon have just been impressing me with their soundtrack because I haven't heard it forever. Hey Hazel, did you see the Anduin cinematic? What did you think about it? I did the whole Anduin storyline. I might have been in a hurry when I did the Anduin cinematic and skipped past it and been like, oh, I'll go check that out on YouTube later, and then maybe I didn't do it. I should probably check that out. Especially because Anduin is my boy. Anduin is the Manduin. Anduin is like my fictional in-game WoW crush. I love Anduin. Anduin's bae. So I definitely should check that out. I really like his character. He's probably my favorite lore character. I should watch it, but I was like in the middle of something when I did that, and I just needed the artifact power for my next point, and I was like, give me that AP. I'm an AP addict. Will it ever work again? Possibly, but probably not. The most recent stance from the add-on author is that he is not planning on updating it to comply with the new rules. So it's probably done, but he could change his mind, or somebody else could take up the project, but I wouldn't count on it. Anduin, the Manduin. Anduin is totally the Manduin now. Hazel and Anduin sitting in a tree. Yo, I would be so down to just like hang out in a tree with Anduin and share a cup of tea with him. I feel like he would be a good person to have a nice conversation and a cup of tea. That would be a great, you know, afternoon in a tree. All right, so we are 4 of 5. So everyone out. Doing this again. One more time. After this, might do a 2-minute tea break. I only have 15 minutes left in the stream. We can just power through. I can switch to water. You can hear my voice just barely starting to go. Alright, so we are all out, which is awesome. I was like gonna type to tell them to leave, but they figured it out. Smart cookies. Hashtag not my king. Cup of tree is code for something else, oh dear. Meriden is over 230 years old. Is he really? That is quite old. 70k in 2 weeks using TSM and I started from 10 gold. I can totally believe that. That is absolutely doable. Starting with 10 gold does make it harder. Like, that's pretty impressive, but TSM is magic. TSM is amazing. This is the last 5. Right, yep. Totally last of the 5. How many seals are we at? I'm at badges. 900 badges. I think the pets are 2,000. I'm gonna get another 500 from the unstable prism quest. Man, I'm not even in thing. And then I think there's another. I think we get to do kata and then mob time walking before. Do they not go in sequence? I think that the time walking events go in sequence. So right now we're in Wrath time walking. Right now we're Wrath time walking, and then in May we have Legion Dungeon, kata time walking, followed by. Oh man, we don't get back to mob time walking for ages. Maybe they're just not in yet. I don't see all the events. They're probably just like not scheduling the events because the 725 is adding new events. The Trial of Style is going to be a weekly event in the rotation, so it kind of bumps everything else back. So I don't know when our next mop time thing is. So the only appearance that I still need from Halls of Lightning is the Lightning Giant Staff. It doesn't look very cool, but you know, for the sake of 100%ing things, I still want it. Maybe Loken will drop me the staff. Have you completed the Mage Tower challenge yet for Shadow Priest? No. I gave it a bunch of tries when it first came out, but I'm waiting until I get better legendaries for it, and then I'll try it again. You bumped into the guy who made World Trip Crypt Finder in game, and he's soul crushed, but maybe once he gets over it. Yeah, he might just need some time. I can totally understand being upset by what's happened. He said in his Reddit post that he had personally never seen the issue of the zone lag, and that's kind of surprising to me. Maybe he wasn't using it for World Quest in those new zones. Maybe he's been like taking it easy in 7.2, because it was pretty prevalent, but maybe it was also heavier on NA than EU. I don't know how bad it was in EU. Because it was definitely a real problem. I don't think downplaying that is the right way to go. I don't think it was the best way to fix it, but gotta run, have fun. Thanks, Hazel. See you later, Aileen. Hazel has Ando and Sylvanas is mine. Deal. We're good. What is the loot window for those items you want to get from the dungeon? That is Manar's Wardrobe Helper. If you do any transmog collecting at all, I strongly recommend it. It's awesome. You can see like a whole list of, that's how you spell it, by the way, Manar's Wardrobe Helper up there. You get a whole big list of the percentage completed of appearances collected for each dungeon, and then like overall wrath. You can see if you're locked out to any of the raids. It's just got everything. It's great. It's an awesome add-on. It's never caused me any problems either. I've literally written fan fiction with my Belf and Sylvanas. Probably shouldn't admit that on the internet. Oh man. Dude. It's okay. We all went through a phase. Should drink every time she says Manars. But there's only 13 minutes left in the stream. It's a little late to be starting a drinking game. US servers are broke. Lag in EU is real. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that then. Mostly PvPers or raiders, only few rich people. What's PvPers or raiders and rich people? I missed that. I have that add-on and never used it. I downloaded it from the addons video. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you want to click the little robe on the mini-map. And then what I actually like to do is I like to go into the settings, and then I like to go mini list, and then only use mini list, because I don't usually use the other one. And that means that whenever I open the add-on and refresh it, it'll just pop up this little checklist. That's the one I like. WoW token in EU is 200k, so 70k is not much if you wanted to play for free there. Oh, yeah. Sucks for you that your region economy, I guess, keeps token prices so high. They've been pretty solid at 100k. I'm pretty much holding still at 100k on an A. And that's fine. I've been still buying them at 100k. I actually finally completely exhausted my supply of Battle.net Balance. I had originally gotten like $200 worth of Battle.net Balance when they first added that because I had a bunch of WoW gold saved up. And I finally got all the way through it, I spent like, you know, $60 on the new Hearthstone expansion, I spent like $80 on the latest Overwatch thing. I got myself a mount, I got a mount for one of my pals for his birthday. Like a race change here, name change there, just like little things, and I finally got my Battle.net Balance down to 0. So now I gotta build it back up because I want to have at least $80 every time an Overwatch event comes around so that I can get all the stuff without having to actually play in case I'm busy. Because I always want to have the skins when I do go back to the game, but going back to the game pretty much just happens when I have time. So I've been saving up gold and getting those tokens. Most of my gold lately has been coming from World Quest, but also I've been selling some stuff that I pick up while I'm farming transmog. I used to use TSM, but creating groups all the time is annoying, so you just use Auctionator. Auctionator is really good when you're feeling lazy. The best thing for TSM is to find somebody, not me, but to find somebody that is sharing their strings and just borrow their stuff and then tweak it to get it the way you like it. Or you can be lazy, just have a super group for everything and just add stuff to your super group. That's what I do for BOE gear. I have one super massive group that I use for selling green gear from any expansion ever. And I just throw stuff in that and it's got one set of rules and it's just like a big mega group. It's not the most effective way of doing it. I probably could make more gold with my merchandise by pricing it more specifically, but I'm lazy and I just want to get it posted and move on with my day, so that's what I do. You'd rather just pay the $15, yeah. The shadow spirits are so tiny for gnomes, it's cute. Yeah, they're just like little dudes. I actually never noticed that they were different animation until you just pointed that out, but that actually is really cool that they are gnome sized. I love my little gnome shadow priest. Alright, come on, Loken. Give me your lightning giant staff. Make it happen. So I think we're gonna have time for like one pet battle world quest. I think I'm actually gonna do that instead of another time walking. He gave it to me! Yeah! Alright, we're 7 to 7 halls of lightning. I now officially have all the appearances. Thanks, guys! That was really fast. So I'm gonna... Oh, no, I got one. I got one. We're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave while you're trying to trade it to me. I was just leaving real quick. I got mine. We good. So I'm gonna drop right out of this group. I'm going to put together a pet group of some variety. Pets. Should we just do a random one? Should I just pick like 3 random things? What does Shard of Saruk do? I was gonna take him. He's got Fell Immolate, Dark Flame, Healing Flame, Burn, Volcano, Flame Jet. Sure. We'll take that. I'm just taking random stuff right now. Random stuff. Ooh, what does the sister do? Actually, I love the Spore Bat. Spore Bat's got Barbed Stinger, Creeping Fungus, Leech Seed. Man, he's got a bunch of moves that combo, and then he doesn't know how to combo any of them. Now, I was looking for the Sister of Temptation. I wanted to throw that in. I don't know what it does, but it looks fun. Oh, she's got Love Struck. That's good. So it's got Hunting Song, Love Struck, Curse of Doom, Siphon Life, Agony, Shadow Shock. We'll just do that, and then one more. Random pets. Yeah. I think I was about to click on a Rustberg Gull. I don't know if I want to go that random. Sanctum Cub, though. That's cool. Sanctum Cub's got Dodge. He's got Stone Skin or Leap. Let's take Leap, because he's pretty slow. Leap, and then Pounce. Or Rend. Pounce. Alright, we're queuing up. This is a terrible team. Do not try this at home. You don't have Rematch? Such casual. I do have Rematch. It's right here. I just don't use it for the journal because I find it overwhelming. I use Rematch to auto-load my teams, and that is the only thing I use it for, and I'm happy living my life the way that I do. Wow, that sounded way angrier than I meant it to. We're cool. We're cool. But yeah, I like Rematch for loading my teams, but I like this pet journal. The Rematch one just has like a lot going on, and it's just a lot. Find annoying that I cannot fully sort my TSM groups out. Any advice in sorting this without using strings from other people? Honestly, get yourself a pot of tea. Clear, like, some time on your schedule. So that's nothing but Dragonkins. Dragonkins are... I don't know, man. Let's just throw this guy. I like the Whelp team. I'm gonna Volcano. So Stormborn Whelpling is probably gonna be trying to Arcane Storm Mana Surge me. I don't have anything to stop that. I can stun him. Or I can dodge. Let's switch here and dodge and see if that helps. If I can get it up in time. He's gonna crush me. I don't have any weather effects, so we dodge. Volcano is, after 2 rounds, erupts for 2 rounds. I don't understand. So I'm dodging that one. I can get my speed up. Does that make me faster enough? I didn't do the math. It does make me faster enough, so now I can pounce. Nexus Whelpling, Azure Whelpling. Okay, so he's just going for a whole team full of... So he is 273. So if I want to be faster, I need to whip out this guy. And I need to just burn it. So what exactly does Volcano do? It just sounded cool. Current enemy pet takes damage, has a chance to be stunned after 2 rounds. Volcano is awful. Why would I ever do that? It doesn't even hit that hard. It does terrible damage after 2 rounds and has a chance to stun them? The hell? Why is that such a terrible move? Can't stun under Arcane Storm. Oh. Alright, well that's even worse. Great. Wonderful. Do not recommend. This is a terrible team. Default UI for pets. It's not default UI, it's pet journal enhanced. I have all sorts of filters. It's not default, I swear. Calm yourself. No, I mean, I'm sure you're calm. I'm sure you're calm. We're all calm. Hazel did a TSM crafting group guide? I did. Let's throw up Siphon Life. Why don't we? I'm never gonna win this. Not in a million years. Oh! You forfeited. Why'd you forfeit? You had that, dude. Was that somebody watching the stream? Was somebody trying to stream snipe me? And just gave me that win? Because you didn't have to do that. That was... Maybe they appreciated my originality with using terrible pets? Oh, man. What's his other choice? Flame Jet? Shard of Suruk, you're fired. You're fired, man. Alright, we have 5 more minutes. We can do that again. With different pets. Different pets. We're making a different random team. What is... kind of want to put together like a darkness team, but I'm not going to rely on anything specific. Let's do... Volcano is best used as some kind of dot enhancer like Black Claw. Is Volcano a dot? It's not really a dot though, is it? It's just after 2 rounds. Oh yeah, 283 per round. Gotcha, okay. It lasts 2 rounds. That makes more sense then. I thought it just hit once. I thought it just hit the one time. I understand. Alright, so I'm not completely unsold on Sister Temptation, so I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna keep her, but we're gonna go Cursed Demon instead of Siphon Life, because everybody loves Cursed Demon. And then, what does this guy do? Can I just irritate somebody to death with, like, reducing their hit chance? Skunky Brew, Mudslide, Inebriate. Yeah, let's... Explosive Brew. Brew Bolt or Barrel Toss. Probably Brew Bolt. Yeah. And then Mudslide, maybe? Yeah. Why not? Okay, and then for a third one, were we good with the... I want to try the Sanctum Cup again. I'm not convinced that he's awful. I think that the Leap Pounce thing is pretty good. I think that, I held onto that button too long. I think the Leap Pounce thing is pretty good. I like having dodge. I think you could also do well with Black Claw Rend, but it's not nearly... Nothing really comes close to Black Claw Hunting Party. Hero, the Crusher of Larry, the Penguin Dreams. Man, I missed out on something. Do a clone dance team? Oh no, it's too late. I'm doing a... I don't even know what to call this. I do not know what you would call this. So, is he gonna start with that? I'm gonna start with Sanctum Cup because he's like more neutral. I should start with the other guy. Oh no, Micro Defender. Okay. Micro Defender is gonna mess me up. No, I'm magic. I'm magic. We're cool. But he's faster. So we're gonna leap. We're gonna leap. And then he's got... What has he got? So, he used Metal Fist. I could dodge or I could just start pouncing. If I dodge, I want to dodge while I'm faster. So if I dodge now, but he's more likely to use a shield block or reflective shield. Yeah, so I should have held that. I'm just going to keep using Leap then, because that's less damage. That's going to keep my speed up. I ideally want to dodge the Ion Cannon, but that's just so hard to predict. I'm going to Leap one more time, and then save the, until the shield falls off. So we're going to Leap, we're going to Pounce. Pounce hits him for pretty good. I'm no longer faster, though. Are you going to Ion Cannon me? Is that what you're doing right now? Oh, he's gonna Reflective Shield. Okay, so that's actually good because I don't die. I get a speed buff. I can dodge, and at this point I dodge. He's on his last leg, so he might go for the Ion Cannon. No, he didn't. He did not go for the Ion Cannon. I'm still dodging, and then I can get my speed back up. I can just finish him with a Pounce, and then I actually have a little bit of life left here. I don't have any way to heal it, so I'm just gonna use the rest of this. 260, so he's gonna, if he brings out the Enthusiast, and he should, there it is. He's probably just gonna kill me, and that's fine. Can't win them all. And then I bring out Sister of Temptation, who Curse of Doom sticks to him, right? If I Curse of Doom, that's gonna go off even if he switches to the back line. And that's gonna do heavy damage to him, so that just gets him out. Are we the same speed? We are. So if I Love Struck, that is a roll. That is a roll to see who goes first. Oh, I got the stun off. Are you gonna swap? Are you gonna swap? You gonna swap? You gonna swap? No. Oh, he's sticking with it. He's sticking with it. Oh, he is not having the best day. Alright, so that's some poison. Yeah, Lance Enthusiast is cool, but it's not working out for him right now. Sister of Temptation is just whipping him, and he's gonna die to the Curse of Doom. So with that, I'm gonna swap now because I want to have access to Sister. I'm gonna swap. I want to have I like having the stun, but I'm gonna swap, and we're gonna Mudslide for damage. Inebriate to irritate his pants off, because nobody likes being inebriated. But Mudslide does some pretty heavy damage. I don't want to be swapping too much, but I would like to get another Mudslide off. Maybe I'll switch back. It's already almost dead. Switch back, throw up Love Struck. Should I go for the Curse of Doom? I don't think I'm gonna last 4 rounds here. I think I should just Shadow Shock. I think we should just go for the kill. His Undead Racial's gonna ruin my life. Because now I'm dead. I can kill him, but I think it's a draw because... So I do this, he dies, but he gets to come back and he's definitely gonna kill me when he comes back. I don't remember if this is a draw or not. Oh, I didn't die. Alright, well, can you kill me now? I'm gonna reduce his hit chance. He missed! Ha! That was the plan! Calculated! 100% win. Totally was never in any danger of losing. Oh man, that was great. TIL, you don't take reflect damage while dodge is up. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure of that either, but I figured it was a good gamble. Anyways, that brings us to 5 o'clock. I'm done. If any of you are supporting me on Patreon and you have not yet voted on what I'm making on the next baking stream, please go vote. It's going to be in higher resolution because I'm getting a new camera. It's getting here tomorrow. We're very excited about it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back next Friday with another gaming WoW stream. Same kind of stuff. I had a great time today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!